Hello and welcome. This is Rising Dawn 144. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. What is it collective needs to know? What is it they cannot see? Show me the truth. Show me clarity. What does collective need to know? What is it they need to see? Taking a risk for freedom. All right. Show me clearly. Okay, we got teamwork and routine. What's this routine? Teamwork. Communication. Sacred space and memory. Okay. So some type of routine that involves teamwork, receiving communication from a sacred space of memory. What's this teamwork? Commitment. Okay, so working together. Curiosity. Okay, so someone might want to be, someone in a commitment is curious about changing up a routine, stepping outside the box. What's this communication? Resistance was trying to come out. Grief. Okay. This communication is either going to bring the grief or it's communication about grief that you're already feeling. Someone's curiosity brings the grief. It's a sacred space. Insight and gifts. Ooh. Okay. Someone might be giving someone gifts. You're getting insight about it. It may be spiritual gifts. This come from the sacred space. So tell me about the sacred space, please. One card. I said one card. You gave me 3. Okay, territory, freedom, and risk. Territory talks about splitting, like boundaries. This is your side, this is my side. Freedom, taking a risk. Sounding like a breakup to me, guys. Insight about those gifts. Direction and survival. Sacred space, please. Just one card. Observation. Okay, so going within and watching. Sacred space, your happy place. Your inner cave. Tell me about this memory. Play. Okay, so memories of the happy times. Yeah, this is really sounding like somebody not wanting to be in a commitment anymore. Like very curious about breaking out of a routine. This communication brings grief. I don't know if it's you or the other person. I don't know if it's you that's curious about stepping out. I don't know who it is yet. But going within and observing memories of the happy times. Talking about this commitment, teamwork. Anomaly. Well, this is talking about being one of a kind. This is a white crow among a flock of black crows. And the bird prefers to be on the ground close to Mother Earth, where the black crows all want to stay up in the trees and on the power lines. And you're different. There's something about you. And white is purity. I'm talking about this curiosity and routine. Risk. Taking a risk. Being curious. Stepping out of a routine. What's this? Grief and communication. A warning. So you received a warning about this risk that I'm assuming the other person was going to take. Observation, probably because you were in your sacred space and you're observing. It could have been this grief that put you there, but you could have already been there because maybe you're not happy with routine either. Let's see. Insight about those damn gifts. And then survival. Your gifts of survival. Okay, yeah, you'll be just fine. You handle it on your own. Tell me about this observation and warning. Exposed. Oh. So you're watching this person get exposed. You could have already been in grief. Maybe you're going through a really hard time right now. Maybe you've lost someone that's very important to you, or maybe you've lost yourself, and you've been in this sacred space that's like hermit mode, being in your inner cave, and you're just going about the routine, no passion or anything, just same old routine, doing what you have to do, survival, right? Doing what you got to do. And while you were there, the person in this commitment was very curious about something else and was willing to take a risk. Like, I'm getting the feeling they didn't feel equal to you anyways, because you're an anomaly. So, like, they felt less than or something. Like they couldn't, I don't know, like the bar was too high, So now they're curious, hey, if I go for where the bar's a little lower, then I could be treated like, royalty or something. I don't know. Let's see, play in memory. It's exposed. Protection. Well, you're happy, and well, you're remembering happier times and protecting. This is two crows protecting an egg. So protecting something. Maybe you protected this person at one time. Or, okay, so they took this risk. You received this warning through communication. I believe this is spiritual communication. And you got this warning, so you just sat back and watched to see if it would be fulfilled, and they got exposed. And you're taking, oh, so you took your protection away. So you were somehow protecting this person, like just your energy. And when they got exposed, it's like you recoiled. You pulled that protection away. And I really think you did it right here before you went in observation mode. As soon as you got this warning, you're like, okay, I'm going to cut that energy off, that protection that I radiate towards this person. And when you did that, they got exposed for what they were doing, the risk that they were taking, the curiosity that they had. And now either you're remembering the fun times or they're remembering the fun times that they had when they were under your protection. Dominance. They couldn't dominate you, and that might have been why they felt lesser than. They wanted to be like the dominant, and they weren't, because you're different. Growth. They wanted to dominate your growth, but you're waterproof. This is talking about knowledge and putting stuff away for the future, like preparing for the future. Self-interest, because you have the bigger picture. You see the illusions now, you're observing. So, okay, let's go to tarot. Yeah, you're putting your energy back into yourself. The energy you use to protect this person. You thought you were on an even partnership. You were doing teamwork, you followed the routine. You're just handling your business. And then this person's like, hey, I'm curious if I lower my standards, if I get someone lesser than, maybe I'll be put up higher. And either way, they're putting you in grief. That was taking this risk and being curious without, discussing the matter with you beforehand. That was a major risk. And they should have known that your intuition was going to tell you. You pay attention to routines, you pay attention to patterns. And this was a commitment, a deep commitment. So they should have known that. They have lots of memories. So this is a long-term, someone you worked with for a very long time. They should have known that you'd know. They took that risk, though. They were curious. All right, let's see what Tarot's got to say. Well, it definitely changed up what is going on with my cards? Okay, it definitely changed up the routine, them taking that risk. That definitely changed things. So, mission accomplished there. Maybe they thought that you'd just be in grief and they didn't realize that you would be, getting spirit messages and stuff. That's why they took that risk. They're like, oh, they won't pay attention. Like I said, you could have been going through your own stuff, you know, going through your own type of grief, and they seen this as a weak point where they could go and take this risk and get away with it without the repercussions. Either way, you got the warning. Because I don't feel like this grief is over this. I don't. It feels like something that was already being processed. And, you know, being stuck in that hermit mode, you're just going a routine because you don't like anybody, you don't like anything, you just want to be in your own world. Yeah. So, well, let's see what's going on. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is you receiving something that opens the path for you. This definitely opened a path for you. All right, so Page of Pentacles. Tell me about that. What's the energy around it? Three of Swords. Grief, heartache. Okay, so grief is here again. What's this Page of Pentacles? Hierophant. Receive messages from Spirit, giving you what you needed. This Page of Pentacles, you're receiving from Spirit what you needed to move forward through this heartbreak, through this sorrow, through this grief. What's this Three of Swords? Two of Wands. You had plans. Like this heartache, this grief disrupted your plans. Like, I think you were already in hermit mode. I think you were already going through and processing something else, and this just added to it. And now, is even on this card, this Three of Swords going through that heart, if you can see it. Two of them are actually already pierced through that heart. So that's existing pain. This one right here is new. It hasn't penetrated yet. So I believe this one right here is this risk that this person took. And that was kind of like the nail in the coffin. Like that was it. That was the final straw. You can't take no more. That's it. And you pulled your energy back. Now it's like you don't even know which way to go because you weren't thinking about that. You were processing in the moment what you were already going through. So now it's kind of like a clean slate. You know, you can manifest what you want. This is the opportunity. This final arrow going through your heart is a gift from Spirit. Maybe that's what you needed to wake you up out of a routine, a stuck situation. What's crossing energy? Pain will definitely shake you up. The Moon and Six of Pentacles. So an illusion, something's hidden. It's something was masquerading as equal give and take. And it wasn't. And that you're seeing that now. That teamwork was the very first card coming out. Teamwork and a commitment. It was an illusion. They're curious. They're taking risks. What's the foundation in this situation? The Empress. Okay, the Empress is the mother energy. Tell me about the Empress. Oh, Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. That's pain. The Fool. It's the end of that. It's the end of the illusions. This final arrow going through your heart That's it. You're done. You called all your energy back. Your energy will not protect anybody that is putting you through this. Anyone that is putting any arrows through your heart, whether it's 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10, it doesn't matter. Energy revoked. This is a brand new beginning for you. The Fool, you'll be able to create freely. This is your freedom. You're getting your freedom through this. Tell me the crowning energy. Maybe you didn't even know you wanted it. 7 of Wands. You're either protecting yourself or something's protecting you. 7 of Wands. What's this? Defending yourself. Defending your path forward. Knight of Pentacles. Defending what you're going to be dedicated to. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. 3 of Pentacles. So the Spirit gives you this Page of Pentacles. This is your way through. And unfortunately, it was through processing this pain. However, you have this pentacle and you're moving forward with it right there. So you're listening to Spirit. You're listening to your guides, your inner knowing. You're building, you're learning with 3 of Pentacles. You're creating as the Empress, 3 of Pentacles. Moving forward on your creations. You're protecting your path. You're protecting yourself. What's past energy? The High Priestess. Is she receiving those messages, that communication? Tell me the High Priestess. You're an anomaly. Wounded Warrior. You put up boundaries. Tell me about this 9 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Recognition that you needed these boundaries. You thought you were doing teamwork with this person. You thought you were on the same team. But you got insight. And you listened to it. What's the near future? The World card. Complete and total ending. Complete and total new beginning. It's like a rebirth. This is a whole... It changes your whole world. Your whole... everything. No more routine. You get to create a brand new one. How is it collective feels in this situation? So you got a lot of happy cards here after all that pain and heartbreak. So stay strong. You're getting through it. You got this. Okay, just stay true to yourself. You're the star. You're following your guidance. Tell me about the star. 8 of Swords. To stay out of your head. Don't trap yourself in your head. Don't... this is... 8 of Swords is depression. It's self-imposed imprisonment. It's 8 of Swords. But it's like you see that now as the star. You're being guided. You can see how the mental traps were keeping you in place. We have a King of Wands. That could be the partner. Tell me about this King of Wands. Yeah, walking away. So the King of Wands, I think, is your counterpart. And you're seeing, following your guidance, your eyes are open and you can see clearly what was keeping you, whether it was comments, it was whatever it was, or something was keeping you in a certain place. And then this person choosing to walk away, taking that risk and being curious, actually really opened the doors for you. How is it others see the collective? And that's something you're realizing. That's something you realize on your own. That's how you see yourself. Nine of Swords. Okay, they see you worried about the future. That's what I was getting with the Three of Swords, Two of Wands. You didn't plan for this. This came out of nowhere to you. About happiness, Ten of Cups, ultimate happiness. This is family. This is friends. This is everything that you hold in your heart. So Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups. Why is there anxiety here? Why is there worry? Because you don't know what's next. Ace of Wands, a brand new passionate beginning. That is your hopes and desires. That's the magic wand. Oh, okay. Others see you. You have people around you that you care about deeply, and they care about you. They're pulling you out of this Nine of Swords energy. They've seen you mentally trapped for a long time, and now that you're out of it, they see that you're worried about what's next. And they're standing with you. They're helping you. Well, that's awesome. What's the hopes and fears? The Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles creates. Oh, look at that. Okay, we got Queen of Pentacles. We got Knight of Swords in reverse. So your fears are somebody's lies about you. You're a Queen of Pentacles. You're the Empress. You're the High Priestess. Talking about this Queen of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles don't handle lies very well, I can tell you that. Page of Cups. So that something like new offers, emotional offers, new love. They're trying to lie about you so to keep people from coming towards you. That's not going to work, though. I'm talking about this Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they're trying to separate you, and they don't want people coming towards you. Right? Look at that. Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups. They don't want you to be able to find this happiness. They're the one that left you. They're the one that walked away from you. And now they're spreading lies because they don't want anyone coming towards you. They want you left out in the cold and not happy, not celebrating, not having friends. So that's a fear you have, is that's what they're going to do. I don't know if they're doing that. That's your fear, though. All right, so what's the outcome? If that's the case, I wouldn't be worried because it shows you have a community that's around you. Nine of Cups, your wishes are coming true. Talking about this Nine of Cups. Seven of Cups, Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords is watching, learning, listening. And then the Seven of Cups. These can be illusions, but these are they're options, they're choices. What's the Seven of Cups? Ooh, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Illusions, so that they're watching your wishes coming true. And they're trying to cast illusions so you don't receive an inheritance or something tangible. They don't want you to receive. They walked away from you. These people are crazy. Okay, so what's going to happen there? Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. What's going to happen here? Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups. They're going to be left out in the cold, and you're going to be happy. So the very thing that they didn't want for you is what you're getting. They're left out in the cold now, because people are seeing that those are illusions. They're casting illusions. They're jealous of your happiness, your wishes coming true. They were curious and took a risk. They knew you were different. They knew there was something special about you, and they still took that risk. That's on them. Let them walk and don't come back. All right, so I feel like I want to pull more cards. All right, we got the Four of Swords. So yeah, look at that. You're healed. You're in your strength. You're tempered. Your inner. You have inner peace. Is what I want to say. You're healing. You have inner peace, and it's because of the death of this relationship. Somebody competing with you, keeping you sad all the time, lying. Here's justice working in your favor with the Sun, because you didn't accept that offer. So now that's their karma. You knew that they weren't acting right. You knew something. They're being a player. Page of Wands. So they wanted to play, take the risk, and then, what is that? They say, I'd rather go and do the action and then apologize later rather than ask for permission. And that's what I'm getting from that. They acted first, and now they're coming back. Look at that. They're coming back wanting to talk to you, message to you, trying to pull off all sweet and innocent, but the Tower's here. Tower to the Lovers. They're blocked. That's it. You made the decision. You're not sharing your world with them. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Them coming back and trying to communicate with you, whoever they were curious about, this Queen of Wands. Lovers. That's them. They have the Tower. The Tower's here for that relationship already, because they found out that they were coming back towards you. But they're blocked. But it doesn't matter. This Queen of Wands, it doesn't matter. Judgment. She called judgment on that. So that was over before it started, I believe. Knight of Cups. Now there's a proposal for Ace of Cups. Holy crap. Ace of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. So a proposal's coming in. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. How beautiful is that? New emotional beginning. New material beginning. The wheels working in your favor. Two of Pentacles, adapting and balancing. King of Pentacles, possessing everything you need to move forward. Eight of Pentacles, you earned it. You put your head down. You did the work. The Magician, Six of Cups. You transmuted that energy, that past emotions. You transmuted it into something material. Brand new beginnings everywhere, but these pentacles are starting to pop up a lot now. So I'm seeing it as maybe it's something, a new job that you're passionate about, or maybe you couldn't do it when you were in this relationship, but now you're able to do whatever you want, and you're manifesting. Yeah, you're tempered, remembering that everything you've invested in the past and temperance. So you're in a very balanced state as you're evaluating everything you've invested in the past with an open heart. Nine of Pentacles. and then deciding what's yours. Moving fast. Eight of Wands, quick, fast movement, messages, Five of Swords. Trying to win at all costs. But you're not fighting with that. That's their burden. Ten of Wands. You're in hermit mode. You're in hangman mode. You're standing in your truth, King of Swords. You got an open heart. You're beautiful, Queen of Cups. You got victory. Moving forward. This double energy, Jesus. Yeah, they're exposed. Their curiosities are exposed. That's on them. They open that door. You're handling this the correct way. That was some real heavy energy in the beginning with the grief and the Three of Swords. Them doing this, like I said, was the final nail in the coffin. It kind of broke, it like shook you awake, is what I'm feeling. It had to happen. That final arrow had to come through and just like shake you. Spirit did that. That was what you were given, to open your path, to move you forward, no matter how painful it is. The most growth comes through pain. But your heart's open. You got King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. Your heart is open. And Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. You didn't allow it to shut you down. It just made you prioritize where you're going to invest in the future and who you're going to allow in your energy bubble, where your protection protects them as well. You're not letting anybody else in that energy unless they're worthy. You're not lowering your bar. That's why they had to take a risk and go find something lower, because your standards were a little too high for them. And oh well, on that, that's their problem, not yours. So you're moving in the right direction. So if you're questioning why you have to go through, maybe you're in the middle of this and you're questioning why you have to go through all this pain. Why me? Why me? Why? What is going on? Why? It's to move you forward. It's to wake you up. It's to shake you awake. So just stay balanced. Stay balanced. Do your work. Put your attention on you. Everything else will flow to you. You're on the right path. I'll leave this here. Till next time, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side.